And we're back. Right, it's a different way for me to take out the signal jammer. It's a busy looking place.
Access granted. Access granted. Access granted. Access granted.
Holy shit.
Access granted.
Millions of watts into our stratosphere and causing mass destruction across the globe. You see how one serves the other, right? For tsunamis, earthquakes, and hurricanes that are created by these man-made weather machines, the greater need for visionaries like Darrow to come out of thin air and say, I'm here to save the world. I just need more money. More money. I've always told you, followers, just follow the money. This time the money is going to try to win. Not to mention hitting a home run to the Council of Violent Population. They've been talking about this for 2 years, so it's kind of waiting for it to happen. They'll just make it happen. This is how things go down in the world these days, followers.
I know what these guys listening in think about that shock jock.
Access granted. Access granted.
I like how it says I still have the explosive package. Well, I forgot to take the wall punching, didn't I? Or did I grab that one? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, I must have. Okay, good.
Access granted.
Shevchenko? What? It might be a quick escape, though. Although I'm sure it's probably intended for the other direction. Sup?
Adam? Adam Jensen? Good grief, lad. What the blazes happened to you?
I made the mistake of surviving. I'm here to get you out, Dr. Faraday.
I told Vasily that Seraph wouldn't stop looking.
Sevchenko's dead, Dr. Faraday. I'm sorry.
I figured as much. One day he was just gone, and they wouldn't say why. We were all afraid, so we just kept to the work. They forced me to create a signal pattern that could broadcast software upgrades directly into a person's implanted circuitry.
Upgrades? That do what?
Whatever instructions have been encoded into them. They said it was to improve efficiency at clinics, but that wouldn't be the only application. Far from it.
Really? What about Dr. Reed? Her GPL signal isn't broadcasting. Do you know where she is?
In the secured zone. You'll never get in there. Too many guards.
A distraction might encourage them to leave the area. Say, an incident in one of the labs.
A bold plan, my boy. But one small incident would never be enough.
No, you're right. But 3 simultaneous accidents might.
I like your style, son. And it just might work if you can get Nia and Eric to agree. But timing them to occur at once, that will be the trick.
I'll worry about the timing. For now, sit tight and wait for my signal.
There's one thing you're forgetting, lad. They can track our GPL signals.
I thought as much. But we have no choice.
There may be something. Vasily wanted to upload a virus onto their security network, disable their GPL protocols. Eric or Nia might know more about it.
Have you seen Nia Colvin lately? I haven't found her yet.
They've done a good job keeping us all separated, but I suspect she'll be in the Microgen building. There's a skywalk connecting the 2 buildings. If you can find it, you won't have to go back outside.
Any idea who's behind this, Doc? The kidnapping, the facility?
Not really. Remarkable considering I've been here 6 months. You would have thought someone would let something slip. But if it doesn't have to do with the research, you don't get a word out of them.
Sounds like the guards are well trained. But what kind of threats were needed to stop the other researchers from talking?
Well, there were threats early on just to get us to work. Of course, Vasily saw right through that. Kept saying they needed us. I suppose in his case, the risk outstripped the return at some point. Damn them.
Dr. Sevchenko probably knew the risks and accepted them.
That he did. Go on, lad. Let's put this plan of yours into action. It's time to teach these wankers a lesson.
I'm still looking for Dr. Koss. I don't suppose you could point me in the right direction.
Eric showed an amazing bit of courage a few weeks back. Slipped a note into one of the project reports, telling me they've got him locked inside a lab on the 3rd floor of the Microgen building. I suspect, though, they'll have cameras and other security devices protecting it. You'll have to be on your guard, son.
Gotcha. Just be ready. When you feel your GPL vibrate, set off that distraction.
Understood, lad. But do be careful.
I hope no one hears this.
Access granted.
Hoping this takes me up. And I think I might have gotten lucky.
Get the hell out! This lab is off limits to you people.
Nice to see you too, Dr. Goldman.
What? Wait a second. I know you. You were Seraph's security guy. Way to protect our asses.
Hey, check the attitude, Doc. I nearly died trying to save you.
Oh, and now you're here to take me back. Well, maybe I don't want to go. Maybe I've got more here than I ever had at Seraph.
Would Vasily Savchenko agree with that? They executed him and dumped his body in a ditch.
That's not true!
Believe it. Unless these murderers have you so brainwashed, you don't mind building their toys.
It wasn't a toy. It was a software upgrade that limits functionalities in a biochip. They told me it was for crowd control. Is Vasily really dead? You saw the body?
What was left of it?
Oh my god. I should have listened to him.
Dr. Colvin, I need to free Megan Reed and get everyone else out of here. It means causing simultaneous accidents in 3 labs.
Declan and Eric. Of course. Interesting idea, Mr. Jensen. Ambitious, but risky. The timing will be critical.
I'll coordinate the attack. But you understand that this could all backfire.
I'm no shrinking violet, Mr. Jensen, but there may be another issue.
The GPL tracker, I know. I also know about the virus Dr. Savchenko developed. The one meant to interfere with their security.
One step ahead. Just like Vasily. It's a good plan. However, I don't have the virus program. Perhaps you should check with Declan or Eric.
Dr. Colvin, I need to know I can trust you. You seemed pretty happy to be here until I told you about Dr. Shevchenko.
It's been 6 months, Mr. Jensen. Not long for you, perhaps, but how long can a person live in constant fear? Once they took us out of isolation, it just seemed easier to concentrate on the work.
Did all of you feel that way?
Vasily didn't. Maybe not Declan either, but the work we do here, the discussions, and the theories. I thought Seraph's projects were far-reaching, but the experiments I've seen going on here, it's the kind of stuff DARPA dreams up every day.
Only without governmental oversight keeping you in line.
I suppose I'm just a typical scientist to you, right, Mr. Jensen? Blindly pushing boundaries? No care for who's footing the bill or how our discoveries get made?
We all have to live with ourselves at the end of the day, Dr. Colvin.
You're right, of course. But were things so different in Detroit? We all know where those Seraph contracts came from, don't we? You asked me if you could trust me. You can. But you better get on with this.
I haven't yet located Eric Koss, Dr. Colvin. Do you know where they're keeping him?
He's working in a lab on the 3rd floor. There's an elevator that might get you there. It's on the 2nd floor, though, and I heard the guard say something about that floor being shut off. But then again, with those neuro enhancements of yours, you might find a way to get into it.
I will. In the meantime, stay tuned for the signal. You'll feel a vibration in your GPL. That'll be the time to set off the distraction.
I'll be ready. And I'm sorry about what I said.
You better be. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on.
What do you want? I told you people not to barge in here. Wasn't the new biochip design enough?
Dr. Koss, I'm here to get you out.
Jensen? From Sarif? But we were told we'd been written off.
Not exactly.
Listen, Jensen. They forced me to work for them. I didn't want to create the new biochip, especially since it was based on Sarif's research, but they didn't give me a choice.
No one doubts your loyalty, Dr. Koss. Do you know what they plan to do with this new biochip?
I'm not sure. They said something about having Tai Young Medical produce it and distribute it through LIM, but I can't be sure.
I've already been in touch with Colvin and Faraday, and we've come up with a plan. If the three of you set off simultaneous explosions in your labs, it might allow me to access the secured area and find Megan. Then we all get out of here.
Isn't that a little risky? Besides, how will we coordinate these accidents? It's impossible.
Maybe not. But it's that or staying here and eventually ending up like Dr. Sevchenko.
They killed him, didn't they? He kept provoking them, coming up with these wild escape plans. They try to keep us apart as much as possible now. All right, Mr. Jensen. I'm with you. What's our next move?
Listen, Dr. Koss. Dr. Sevchenko had a plan to neutralize the GPL tracker.
Yes, he wanted to upload a viral program onto the security control computer to scramble all of their equipment. He gave me a copy in case anything happened to him. Here, I never had the courage to use it. Besides, we had nowhere to go.
Dr. Koss, the bioship you mentioned was based on Sarif studies?
Yes, I believe so. At first I thought it was merely convergent research, but I've worked with Dr. Reed long enough to recognize her handiwork. Besides, I had been working on something similar back in Detroit.
And your knowledge of it made you invaluable here.
At least to a certain extent, it probably helped us all stay alive. But now with Dr. Shevchenko, I guess we've all become expendable. Except for Dr. Reed, I suppose.
Why do you say that?
It's more of a general feeling, I guess. Back in Detroit, we all realized that we were on the verge of something groundbreaking. And here, well, everyone seems to view her research as crucial in some way.
That might explain why she's being held in a secured area.
Possibly. I'm just glad we're going home. It's kind of hard to believe.
The computer I need to upload this to, where's it located?
Vasily mentioned a tunnel near the back of the compound. I think it leads to the restricted area's security terminals, but... well, I've never used it myself. I wish I could be more helpful. Or even go with you. But...
Stay put, Dr. Koss. Once I upload this virus, you'll have to do your part. When you feel a vibration from your GPL, that's the signal to set off the explosion.
I'll wait, Mr. Jensen. But hurry.
This was definitely the easier way. Excuse me. Says there's a camera nearby on my map, but I can't see it for the life of me.
Access granted. Access granted.
Pritchard, are you still tracking the scientists?
Of course.
Simulate feedback along that route. Make it strong enough to vibrate their implants. They have to feel it.
A signal, eh? Not bad, Jensen. I'm sending it now.
I've got it. Go, 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 go!
I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I've gone on a little long, but... Well, I have a feeling I'm almost at the end, so...
Pritchard, are you still tracking the scientists?
Of course.
Simulate feedback along that route. Make it strong enough to vibrate their implants. They have to feel it.
A signal, eh? Not bad, Jensen. I'm sending it now.
Your tenacity, Adam Jensen, is really quite irritating. We'd like you to stop now.
I'm afraid I can't, Zhao. You see, I figured it out. I know what you and your conspiracy buddies are planning.
Do you? How clever.
A new biochip. A software upgrade that limits what augmentations can do. You're creating a kill switch. You kidnapped Megan Reed's team to do it, and you're seizing control of the market to ensure it gets distributed. All because you're afraid of people like me. Augmented people, with the power to resist you.
No one's afraid of you, Mr. Jensen. All your blundering around and childish interference hasn't stopped a thing. Tell me, have you been to a limb clinic lately?
Let me guess. That was supposed to shut me down, right? Leave me broken and begging?
The Augs are recalled. You should be offline.
Women never fail to underestimate men.
You should have stayed dead, Jensen.
Boss fight! Actually, I forgot this was coming up.
I'm right over here, my friend.
I am curious what new options are available to me. I see a mech. Oh, what's this? Hello.
Behind you, Jensen.
Holy shit. I'm gonna really hope that my stealth will save me from this. my cloak, that is. I don't think it did, but...
Will you lose your nerve, Jensen, now that the end is near? Even when I heard that you lived, I gave you a chance.
Anything else?
Look at you, jumping at shadows like a scared child.
Oh, let's try over here.
I thought you would be more formidable than this. So stubborn. You should have given up this chase long ago.
Let's see what we have here.
Pass to you, my friend. Accept it. Track me all the way here. Finding me now should be simple.
Fuck.
You're a fool, Jensen. There's nothing here for you. Do you realize how hopeless this is? You will not leave here. I underestimated you, Jensen. I'm right over here, my friend. Come get me. I knew you would show up here eventually. So predictable. Behind you, Jensen. It took losing Yelena, but you have their attention now. And mine. Will you lose your nerve, Jensen, now that the end is near?
Fuck! Well, good try. But you've created a ridiculous situation.
Look at you, jumping at shadows like a scared child.
Because unfortunately he still always knows where I am.
Like a blind man, this has been a long time coming. First. You're a fool, Jensen. There, look at you, jumping at shadows like a scared child.
There's one way I know what will work. That's the way I did it in the original playthrough, and it's effective.
finish it.
Not until you tell me where Megan is.
You've lost her, Jensen. Men like us, we never get back the things we love.
So unfortunately, I don't think this was well thought, because they created a ridiculously complex, which is interesting in and of itself, sequence, or hacking sequence, but then you just sit there and you get pummeled by Jens, or I don't even know what his name is, but you get pummeled by him, which kind of sucks.
Access granted.
There might be a code somewhere, I guess, which would make it a little bit more palatable.
Access granted.
Then yeah, you could have gotten him, like, the bots running around, which would have made it a little bit more interesting. The idea behind it was interesting though, because I only get access to that if I have the strength mod. Or I can get in through hacking, but that's a lot riskier. These things each have, like, yeah, plenty of weapons if I felt the need. Oh, I could have used the automatic locking device, unlocking device on that thing, I think. Which would have made it a little bit easier. Actually, a lot easier, because you don't have to hang around. Anyways, I'm going to take a break. I've been playing for a bit. So I will talk with people a little bit later.